on changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brain.
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So only one team over here is Cowboys, believe it. Yeah, it's you God, it's the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC, yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And beneath me, in the darkness,
I go by the darkness.
I bet you do. That fits you perfectly. I bet you do. We have the Prince of Darkness himself, the evil, conniving, sinister, belligerent, aggressive, monstrous, diabolical Landlord from Alabama.
Hey man, what words you look up in the dictionary and then look at all the synonyms? Like, would you just go to evil? That's your go-to, and then you just read down the line.
I go to Landlord, and then I look that shit up and had all these crazy ass adjectives and verbs and shit and nouns. I'm like, damn, I didn't know this man was this diabolical.
Good grief.
So he over there skinning people alive right now. That's why he got his camera off. He over there massacring people.
It's a little nefarious activity going on, man. So, you know, just keep it on the low.
My boy said you like Bane from The Dark Knight Rises.
Good Lord.
So you simply adopted the darkness. I was born in it. I had not seen the light till I was a grown man.
It went off.
You were going crazy. Shout out to Bane. Hey, what's up? Hey, salute to everybody out there right now, man.
He still was the second best villain to me.
The Joker was the best.
Joker's still the best. Dark Knight Joker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you can't surpass that performance, man. A lot of people have tried since then, and
many have failed.
They ain't hitting like that.
That man said, what did he say? He said somebody if somebody don't do something, he said, I'm gonna blow up a hospital. That motherfucker crazy. Ain't nobody touching that boy Joker, bro.
Just random acts of violence just because it's funny to him.
And then he actually blew it up.
For no reason. They had already tried and whacked the dude for him and like, well, I'm just blow this bitch up.
He said, oh, y'all think it's a game.
Well, hey, shout out to everybody out there across all platforms. I got folks in the liquor store. We got folks in the trap. You know, salute to JJ the Mine, landlord from Wakanda, the angry Cowboys fan,
Salute.
Millard on time, JV B-boy, my guy. Let's see who else. Oh, Night Owl Cowboy in the building. Salute to you.
Salute.
Terrence Bosley. You know my eyes are getting bad in my old age. Texas T. C. Oh, G. Whiting. Miss Regina Green with the green. Willie T. Cowboy Thanos. Salute to everybody out there, man, across all platforms.
All right.
B-Bird.
Salute to all our people rocking with us on this good old Sunday.
Yes, indeed. And hey, man, y'all know, we ain't gonna harp too long. Just make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Slap the shit out of a couple shit-eating Eagles fans, because, you know, they still, listen, they just won a Super Bowl, and all they can talk about is the Dallas Cowboys. So, you know, that tells you all you need to know about them.
We already know they can't spell Eagles either.
Boy, that shit's so funny.
Well, that was their mayor couldn't even spell the shit.
Man, the mayor couldn't spell that shit. I'm like, God, dog.
We got Boss Cowboy in the building. What's happening with you?
Salute the boss, man. That's my guy right there. But yeah, man, so we gonna play a game today, man, over here in the liquor store and over here in the trap.
Henny is Saw today. Let's play a game.
Let's play a game. Now,
No.
see, landlord's already in the contraption. That's why he's not showing himself. That's gonna be the surprise. When he turn his camera back on, he's gonna be crucified. And then y'all will have to answer cap questions to free landlord live on camera.
That's terrible. Well, you know, Steven made everybody a copologist over here, so I'll be very good. I'll be saved in no time over here.
Hey, you might be okay. You might be okay because we know more about the cap than some of the GMs.
Fact.
But hey, man, that was hilarious. Yeah, I know. So we're gonna play a game today, man. It's gonna be called Sign or Not to Sign, and it's gonna be about free agents, and it's gonna be about people on the trading block. And we're just gonna play the game. Do you want this nigga or not? Well, that's what the game should be called. Do you want the nigga or not? But you know, we try to be a little family friendly on Sundays, so I didn't want to go that far down. Sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, day in and day out. So let's start the game. Let's
do it.
You know, this shit better have loaded in. I spent all this time putting this stuff together. This shit better loaded in. All right, to sign or not to sign, we have one, Jonathan Allen. Now, the Commanders informed two-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jonathan Allen that he is being released per sources. The team is allowing Allen to hit free agency early, and he is now expected to be one of the top defensive tackles on the market. Now, I'm going to ask you, landlord, then I'm going to ask the people in the chat. Sign Jonathan Allen or not? To sign or not to sign? Do you want the nigga or not?
All right. You know, with the new campaign, F the cap. I don't even care how much you need, how much money he gonna make. Yes. Sign him now.
And why? Salute to Andrew, too. I see you sliding in.
You said why?
Yeah, why do you want Jonathan Allen? Explain why Jonathan Allen is so good and what he brings to the table for the folks that don't know Jonathan Allen.
He is basically a immovable force. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for him to be moved. And he got some pass rush ability. And we've been struggling at DT forever.
Oh no, I got Boss Cowboy with the contrarianism. He said not sign. He said don't sign this nigga. I need Boss to elaborate on this. I might have to send Boss a link because he gonna have to explain himself.
I think I know where he coming from. He probably talking about that this draft is loaded, but them D tackles, that's a 4-year process, man. I don't care how good they look. That's what I'm going into it, assuming. I don't think I'm not going to count on them to be instant impact.
And listen,
This a proven player right here.
it's going to basically be on what you think is going to happen. If you're trying to compete for a championship right now, give me the proven player. If you're thinking we're years away and you have time for this guy to develop, then you can draft somebody and they'll be ready about when Osa's ready. I mean,
Because
about
now,
when
look,
Mozzie ready.
we've been sick of Mozzie for 3 years. Now Mozzie might be hooping now. It might be that time now. That's how long it takes.
It takes a long time. But this is one thing I will say. Just because Mozzie is in year 3, it doesn't mean that he's going to actually be good. We expect him to be good.
That's true.
We
That's
expect
true,
him we expect him to be good because it's the natural progression of that position. But he also has not shown you enough to just say that's a guarantee. You know, I'd rather have a bird in the hand than 2 in the bush. Them bitches can fly away at any given time.
I think it's fair at this point to draft like Mozzie don't exist. Ain't that fair?
You can draft like
It's
Mozzie don't exist.
It's almost like Jalen Tobe. I'm drafting a receiver like he don't exist. I'm drafting a running back like Rico don't exist. Even though Rico better than both of them players, I'm still drafting like they don't exist. Because I feel like I can upgrade tremendously in them positions, in my opinion.
And one thing I will say to my brother Boss, he said, put that money on wide receiver 2. I always love to hear that. But I will say this.
No, I'm with that.
But I will say this. Why can't we do both like normal teams? Why do we have to be an either or with the Dallas Cowboys? Why? Because we got cap space. You got cap space, and if you ever get the deal done, you know, with Michael Parsons, you should have like another $18 million of cap space. So point being, you have all the cap space in the world this year. If you want Jonathan Allen and a wide receiver for the free agent market, you can do that. If you want this, and you can have your cake and eat it too, or if it's Kate and Edith, I don't know if it's which one it really is. You can have both them hoes.
It's Kate and Edith.
So point being, we can have the best of both worlds if we actively want to do it. It's just we're very much accustomed to the way the Dallas Cowboys operate as a franchise, so we're accustomed to only getting one thing and having to go into the wilderness and scrounge up stuff for the other stuff. So I understand what Boss is saying, because we damn sure have been campaigning for wide receiver 2, and I would never in my life let a defensive tackle stop me from getting a weapon. But at the same point, we have it now. You know, we have money now. You know what I'm saying? We up. So we want to go and splurge on 2 things. We should be able to do that. I just want the Dallas Cowboys to get into our mind frame. I don't know if they will, but that's a very good point.
Yeah, I don't trust Mozzie yet.
Now, what Mozzie got to do for you to trust him?
I seen some improvement, but I can't say he gonna be this or that. I'm not certain exactly what he gonna be next year.
So that is my question. What do you have to do for him to trust him?
You got to show me some consistency. That's something that we ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? That's what make you a good player. A good player is consistent. He's consistently good. A great player is almost consistently great. You know what I'm saying? You got to see some kind of consistency from Mozzie Smith for me to say, okay, he deserved basically a role on this team or a starting role on this team.
He said year 3 Mozzie will be nice. We're hoping for that to be the case.
But we got to be honest, boss. That's a prediction.
I say that's a hope. Like, I'm hoping that this guy develops like he's supposed to develop. Right? But we also have no depth at a defensive tackle outside of Mozzie Smith. So if Mozzie Smith gets a hangnail, in the words of Landlord from Alabama, you have no defensive tackles. Right? Because it's Mozzie Smith and it's Osa Odighizuwa. We already know that Osa ain't finna stop the run. Osa finna go out there. He finna get some pressures. He finna get some disruptions. He might get some quarterbacks hits and a couple sacks. His game is not to stop the run like that. So when you talk about an actual run stopper, we're going in with Mozzie Smith, who was himself unproven, and It's probably like what, a mid-tier veteran or something.
Yeah, I think we can
We
look
say
into
that
those options.
It didn't happen with Tristan Hill, did it?
I think that's a position we can't play with, bro. We've been sorry in that position for too long, and we've been dedicating picks to that position too. Know what I'm saying? And we still ain't we ain't got the benefits of it yet. We deserve better.
We'll
So
see.
in my opinion, when it comes to defensive tackle, I don't trust the Dallas Cowboys to draft one. I don't think we should. I feel like we've been struggling to fill that role for far too long. So now I think we should just buy one. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, if you just struggling like that, bro, just buy one, man.
Man, Tristan Hill was cooking his way out the league in year 3. I believe we have some revisionist history about
Tristan Hill probably still sleep at a meeting right now. They ain't never wake him up.
And then remember, Tristan Hill was basically our first round pick that year. We used our highest pick to get Tristan Hill into the building.
On Amari.
Yeah, because we used the first round pick on Amari Cooper, and we loved that. But Tristan Hill did not do shit. He ain't do shit, dog. Matter of fact, 2019, 2020, 2021, the man is out the league. He's 26 years old and is out the league. I'm not even sure did Tristan Hill ever get a sack for the Dallas Cowboys as a 3-tech?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, he only has a 1.5 sacks for his career, so that's why I'm asking. Because he left us, went to the Cardinals, went to the Browns, went to New England, went to Indianapolis. He was on Indianapolis Colts practice squad last year, and now he's a free agent. So I don't know, man. I don't believe you can be out the league and you're cooking.
Is that a position we need to like just throw some shots at? Cause I don't even know if one will solve my problems.
Man, I gotta pray about that. And man,
Defensive tackle.
and D Law is a different breed. He's a defensive end. We talk about we ain't talking about defensive linemen in general. We're talking about defensive tackle.
I don't trust the Cowboys drafting no defensive tackle, man. David Irvin was undrafted. He hooped, but then what happened to him?
Okay, did he even play year 3?
But look, boss, you kind of making the case for me, though. Those players who did good, where are they? The Cowboys didn't even have enough sense to keep them. Right? We should have kept Bohanna. We probably should have kept Collins. We definitely should have kept David Irvin.
Yep, David Irvin.
But some kind of way, those guys got off our team way faster than they probably should have. So I don't trust them.
And David Irvin was amazing in 2017. In 8 games, he had 7 sacks. And then he was out the league the very next year because of the substance shit. So, hey, he turned the corner. He was good. I also would argue he was pretty damn good year 2 as well. But you know, he had 4 sacks that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure if that's the same case. Because they're not really even the same kind of a defensive tackle, we're being honest. Like, David Irvin is closer to where Osa was because he was a pass rusher.
Boss said send the link.
I'm finna send it right now. You want it on your Twitter?
We should have kept the Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah.
We just don't do well with them guys, man. I don't have much faith. Osa is one of the few at that position that did pretty good.
Let me get my guy the link real quick. Hold on.
Everybody else, you don't even want to mention them.
What up with your Dunny Holmes? Thank you for tapping in.
Dino in the building.
Salute. Hey, everybody, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We finna bring our brother Boss Cowboy into the building, man.
Elijah Robinson, yes, sir, I did. That basketball game was lit. You know, the SEC is on top of things in college basketball now, man.
Oh,
You know what
also
I'm saying?
salute to Dunno for the Cash App too, man. I appreciate you.
Salute, man. I already know he slide on both of us most of the time, man. So we appreciate you, sir.
All right, boom. All right, I just made the copy of the link, boss. I'm finna send it right now.
Hey, yes, sir. My Crimson Tide beat the #1 Auburn Tigers yesterday. So yeah, that was a dope game on a buzzer beater. Shout out to Sears, man. He struggled the whole game and hit the buzzer beater. That was a great game, man. I'm not gonna hold you. College basketball turning up right now.
Hey, boss, this it, brother. Hey, not too much on my boy Ridgeway, man.
Hey, that boy got me a viral video. I rocks with him.
Facts. That's my Arkansas boy,
The
man.
Vanilla Gorilla, baby. I went to that boy Twitter. I went to his Instagram and seen he was calling himself that. I said, oh, I got to use this. Then look, at first people talk about, so that's racist.
Oh, he called himself the Vanilla Gorilla.
I'm like, bro, how that's racist? And so he called it, that's his own nickname, bro.
Like, boy,
What you want me to do?
Like, man, do you know? This like saying it's racist. Call that boy white chocolate, man. Like that was a fire ass nickname.
That was hard.
That was a fire ass nickname. Like y'all listen. We in the day and age before folks too sensitive about stuff, man.
Man, Jason Williams, one of the hardest point guards ever, and he liked that. That boy did a pass off his elbow, man. Who doing that?
Hell yeah. Like
Who doing that?
He really like successfully brought that and one shit. This my nigga in here, man. Hold on. Y'all stop the presses, man. Boss Cowboy in the building, man. How you
It's the
feeling, bro?
boss.
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. Can y'all hear me? See me all right?
Yeah, you good.
Great, bro.
All right, yeah. So, man, I like this game, bro. That's a dope game we playing. What's it called? To keep or not to keep?
Sign or not to sign? That is the
I
question.
like that. That's a perfect game before free agency tomorrow. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man.
And so just elaborate on why, you kind of did, but just elaborate on why to the people that you don't want Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, and I don't want people to think I don't want Jonathan Allen. I actually do. I'm just thinking about kind of like cap resources and what would make sense kind of where guys are on their development. So, like, I strongly believe in DTs and defensive linemen taking 3 years to cook. And it's a long history of DTs having major success by the time they hit year 3. Usually year 1 and year 2, they kind of trying to find their man weight and their man body. And that's just kind of natural. You in the trenches and you going against guys who eat steak and potatoes and they wife been rumming on their stomach for the last 4 years. You know what I mean? You know? So they already got that old man strength that we all know is a real thing as men, you know? So I like how Mozzie finished the year. I agree with y'all on not trusting Mozzie in his first year. And then what's up, bro? And then I'm gonna holler at you.
Just, I'm still on that.
Me too.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, indeed. My bad, yeah, that's my brother.
You good, man?
So I like how Mozzie finished the year. Like, he finished very strong to me. And y'all right, in my opinion, on Jonathan Allen in terms of if you're trying to get a guy that's a solid top Marshalls or what I call a previous great, I like it. But I would want to focus on wide receiver too, because I feel like you're going to get way more team benefits on that.
Now listen, I'm never gonna fight for a defensive tackle over a wide receiver. Like I'm just gonna straight up tell you that. So you like, hey man, if we only do one. Like, shit, sign me up for wide receiver. I think everybody up here would agree with that. Landlord down sure would agree.
Sure, for sure.
So like, I'm not mad at that.
One more thing too. I also love the DT class. Like, and I agree with landlord that you don't trust them to be saviors. I agree with that. Like, and to me, that's a mistake we've made historically. We'll go get a young DT and say he's gonna help us by next year. And I always said, no, that's not gonna happen. That hardly ever happens. You know, even with first rounders, like even Dexter Lawrence didn't hit his stride until year three. You see what I'm saying? Payne didn't hit his stride until year three. You know, so I'm thinking resource wise, it's like, do we really need a premium DT when Mozzie hitting year three and we just signed Olsen? Right. If anything, I'm thinking we might need and I'm a trash can full of dirt, unmovable, but that's gonna cost only around 5 million, like a Jonathan Hankins. Like find a Jonathan Hankins type that's gonna help your linebackers, but don't overspend for premium DTs when you already got a guy, in my opinion, that's starting to ascend now. That's just my opinion though.
So I'll counterpoint this. So what if Jonathan Allen only asks for $8 million?
Oh hell yeah, do it. Do it. Yeah. It depends on the price of your point. That's your point, and that's a good point. If he's an exponential deal, you do it. I was thinking of Jonathan Allen that's gonna come and ask for something significant. You know what I
Like
mean?
$13 million.
Yeah, yeah. But if he a bargain like that, man, do it 2 times. You know. So that's why I'm glad I called in so I could actually elaborate. So I'm really not saying I don't want him. I'm more so saying
Don't do it
I want
unless
to
it's like,
take
yeah.
energy on, to me, the biggest needs right now. And to me, that's wide receiver 2 and that's linebacker and safety. Those 3.
I can dig that actually. So I have no problem with that. But we had some other folks asking questions in the chat box. Hold on now, that music a little bit too weak.
That's that premium elevator music right there.
Nah, we gonna go. We gonna do this. We gonna do this.
Yeah, I feel like, the way this draft class seems like it's shaping up, if you can't snag one of them wide receivers, because me and him thought about it, like it could be a run on receivers early. Believe it or not, it could be a run early on receivers.
Yeah, you could get emptied out at receiver in class.
Because I could see Tech going. I could see Golden, Burden. I could see them. You might get the short end of the stick and them boys go back to back to back or something. Like real talk. Before 12.
Probably by the middle of round 2, bro, which is scary.
Yeah, and I feel like it's top heavy.
Yeah. And so that's another reason why wide receiver 2, in my opinion, is kind of like the number 1 need. Because it's like, you got to get that out the way, because then all of us is going to go into that draft hungry for wide receiver 2. And we all go want to reach for it. I just can sense it. So if we settle that in free agency, then we can go into the draft without the pressure of having to get that right. Because you said the other day on Boss Land, Landlord, where you were talking about CeeDee Lamb prime now, bro, that was real.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that again, bro?
Yeah, CD said he can't do it by himself, man. So, I mean, like I said, man, I was one of the first people that was saying, let's go get a receiver like almost 2 years ago now. And now, do it take more? What else do it take for us to understand the message? Like, CeeDee Lamb is literally saying, hey, man, give me some help. Like, your star is crying out for help, man. So that should be your number 1 priority going into this draft and free agency.
So how about we give him DK Metcalf then? Because they said the price done dropped. So we going to move to the next person on this game to sign or not to sign, since y'all segue into wide receiver. So DK Metcalf, they were asking for your firstborn child, a pint of blood. They want you to sacrifice a lamb, and they wanted your first month paycheck to get DK Metcalf at first.
What CD make a year?
CeeDee Lamb makes
35.
35, I think. So DK Metcalf, they're asking for a 2nd-round pick now.
I damn sure do it, because I know he ain't the best route runner, man, but that dude just got that natural ability that you can't teach. He got the catch radius. He got everything else, man. I just know. Just imagine trying to play. Like, sometimes we got to step out of our fandom and just think football. Just imagine if I told you next week the Dallas Cowboys got to figure out how to deal with DK Metcalf and CeeDee Lamb.
You be up here crying like, damn.
I think
man.
we'll be like, dang, bro, we got to do what? Like, you sure? Don't nobody want to see them boys on the same team, man. I'm telling you right now, don't no defensive coordinator in the league want to have to prepare for both of them boys. So I don't want to overthink this. I know how good DK can be. Sometimes I think he be a little underwhelming. He don't live up to what I can expect from him. He basically supposed to be almost like a Megatron the way he built, but he don't play that way. So maybe the best play of him is in front of him instead of behind him.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you, boss, because landlord is pretty adamant about what he wants. Would you make the deal for DK Metcalf? But you got to give up this year's second round pick.
If you're willing to commit to DK long term, yes. I don't like DK long term. I don't. I would want to rent DK. I wouldn't want DK long term. Major reason is because most of his game, and if you do this deal, you doing a long term deal. You're not just doing a rental deal, right?
Oh, correct.
Because whatever team he going to that team because he wants the long term deal with that team. So that's gonna be likely a part of the negotiations with whoever picks him up, right? So my thing with DK is his game is more so built on freakish athleticism, and he's starting to get around that age where it's gonna start depleting, you know? So if you get him and you thinking long term, you go probably win this year and next year. But if you try to do a 4 to 5 year contract, by year 3, year 4, you probably not gonna be getting what you paid for. So I would, if I were to do DK, matter of fact, just talking about it out loud, I'm more kind of no. The more that I think about it, I would want to keep that second round pick, and then go after these other receivers that's potentially even better fits, even though they might be older. Like people we've talked about, like Adams. He's gonna be likely much cheaper. He's definitely gonna be a rental. He absolutely is better than everybody in his draft class, you know. And then obviously I did. We did landlord the film breakdown on Keenan Allen. You know.
Yeah.
So to
One
me,
thing I ask though, you got to think about the ownership that we unfortunately up under.
Yeah.
We know Jerry and them like to make investments when they get somebody. They don't like to pay for the cheap thrill, like the short run. They don't like that. If they paying a short run player, they trying to sign him for 2 years for, you know what I'm saying, for some change, for some chump change. They ain't gonna want to pay no top end money for a couple of years though. That's just how the Cowboys operate. They'll rather pay a big sum of money for a younger player. Then they can stretch it out, and then the contract it'll appear to be cheap. That's their number one mission. So it seemed like DK could be somebody that's in their wheelhouse. That's what they thought about when they got Amara over here. They like, hey, we can stretch his money out, or you know what I'm saying? This is an investment for the future, not right now. So if I see them making a big trade like that, and you know how much they value their picks, a second rounder for the Cowboys is like taking off an arm. Right. So if they did that, they gonna want a younger dude. Like I don't think they'll play around with that.
I'll say this because DK Metcalf is technically only 27 years old, so it's not like he's up there yet. So I'll ask y'all a question in this. Let's say you sign DK Metcalf to a 4-year deal with an out in the third. Would that not be a Cowboys thing? Be able to mitigate some of that, get out from underneath the contract if it's not working out.
I think that'll be smart. Put some incentives on it, and some outs in the 4th year or the 3rd year. Yeah.
But I don't think it's a Cowboy thing. I think landlord said it when he said we like to do the short-term rentals cheaper, because that's what Stephon Gilmore was. That's what
Brandon Cooks. Mm-hmm.
That's what a Cobb was. We rent, you know. We go get you, we go pay you for that year or two, and we done with you. And that's why I locked in on people like Tyler Lockett, people like Keenan Allen, people like Adams, on my other Stephon Diggs, people that's like true rentals, because I want to put out ideas out there that's in line with how we think, but still a winning idea.
Hold on, they say we got breaking news. Cause I don't mean to interrupt you. They said they just gave Garrett. They just gave Miles Garrett $40 million.
Good Lord.
Who?
They said the Browns. They said he just signed an extension with the Browns. What they said.
40 million a year?
Oh, we done fucked around and let that free agent market go for Micah. Damn, bro. I'm sorry.
Today's Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Price,
The
bro. And
Jordan
see,
Schultz.
the OC just did a film. He just did a video yesterday. He said Micah Parsons needs to be signed now, bro. That's why, man. That's why these dudes be killing me with this goofy ass focusing on bullshit. Like,
But look though,
Hold on.
this
Let me
this
read
what I
it.
think they.
Can I read
Go
the
ahead.
report? Can
his
I
ahead.
read?
price,
Let me read the report real quick, then I'll let y'all go. They said the Browns reached a new contract with Myles Garrett. This is from Jordan Schultz, so we know it's official. So there's no,
Rumor.
there's no propaganda. This is real shit. They just got 123 million guaranteed,
Oh Lord.
40 million a year, nigga.
Mike,
Yikes.
he jacked up the price, bro. Like, bro, he just put a bomb in the deck in the. See, that's why, man. See, man, that's why I swear I be hating, bro. I swear, bro. I said, why did you pay Alta first?
See, this
Damn.
what it is, bro. I just thought about it. You got to think about this. I feel like the Cowboys look at this contract negotiations like this, especially the bigger ones. They look at it like, okay, I'm gonna have to pay this dude a whole lot of money regardless. So, how can I make this about me and make him, you know what I'm saying, try to force him to make some kind of deal with me? The way I could do it is let the market run up, and now I know I'm gonna have to pay. You know what I'm saying? And now you kind of put pressure on him, like, are you gonna really make us pay this much? That's what it looked like to me, bro. It's like you see the market. Now, are you gonna really make us pay this much? And then if they do, now they can blame the player. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, you made us pay this much? Ah, you greedy. Now you doing your smear campaign to try to force him to take a discount. So, like, it just seemed like we just be on some snake time, bro. I just don't understand, man.
Well, he's no Myles Garrett. He never won
Yeah.
the Player of the Year. I'm just
You
saying.
gonna use the market as leverage. You gonna use the market as leverage against him to
He
try to
talk on the
force him
podcast.
to take that.
If y'all don't shut y'all stupid ass,
He talk on
You
the
gonna
podcast.
Micah, you gonna really make us pay you 40 million a year, 45 million a year with
Dog, that-
125 million guaranteed, Micah? I thought you was gonna do it for the team, Micah.
what Crawford was just said. This is what people got to put in perspective, bro. Crosby just did his deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
His deal was around an APY 36, 35, 36, slightly above both, right?
Exactly.
Miles just got $4 million more than that per year. That fucked up the whole market, bro. And this is, and
Messed up the market.
now the market is now destroyed, bro. And this is why all of us who really been focusing on what's best for the team been saying 877 pay Micah now. Anything outside of that was stupid.
Oh, this is a straight up.
So
100.
then the mark we still got old boy from the Bengals that need to get paid, bro.
Henderson.
Yeah.
He looking to get traded. So you know he gonna when he get traded too, they gonna and listen. It might happen by tomorrow because legal tampering is
see-
tomorrow.
But see, check this out. Is he looking to get traded, or is this just smart negotiating by these edge rushers, making their teams pay them? Because
Well,
now
yes,
you got
I think it's both because listen,
Right.
if Myles Garrett didn't get the money, he was going to take his ass somewhere else. And it's the same
Right.
thing with Trey Henderson because he knows
Right.
the kind of front office he has. The Bengals
Right.
are notorious for not paying their players. So he said, look, you can pay me or let me go. I want to be here. I done told you 50 times I want to be here, but I need my money.
Right.
He just led the league in sacks. So that's a guy that's gonna get paid.
Yeah. Didn't he have 17 2 years in a row or something like that?
Something
That dude
outrageous.
got some ridiculous numbers over there. Like, I just say this. Like, we
So he
love
paid.
Micah.
That's what boys got. I ain't mean to cut you off, landlord.
I'm just about to
He
say this
frustrated.
real quick. Is like, we love Micah. We know Micah like that. But just imagine if we had a dude that got 17 sacks 2 years in a row.
And
That dude would be all over TV
Hold on.
everywhere.
I'm just gonna say this: you sold the man short. He had 17 and a half sacks 2 years in a row.
Look, we give Micah praise, and I know you're not just judged off sacks, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, Micah done had 13. This dude done had 17 sacks in a row. 2 in a row, 17-year sacks.
35 sacks in 2 years is crazy.
That's insane,
And
y'all.
look,
Like,
and
he
I-
would be on
and I
every
will-
commercial if he
But
was a
this, I
Cowboy.
will say this though, Micah has way more upside. Way more upside. So where people got to remember, Micah Parsons is relatively new to that position. You know what I'm saying? So there's still room for him to grow. There's still room for him to actually hit another gear. Like, you ain't gonna hit no more gears with him. He's at his peak.
He's
Micah
30, by the
still
way.
ain't hit his peak. Huh?
He's 30.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
so
what I'm
he
saying?
up
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he been working at his craft for a minute. You know what I mean? He's always been a sack guy since college. Like, he was the exact same way in college. And I used to call him a bad built sack artist.
But did you lie though?
I didn't. I told the truth. I told the truth. Because nothing about looking at him says that he gonna do that. Like, you don't look at his build and you don't look at his athleticism. That type of guy is a cerebral sack artist. He go get you on studying you, knowing how to counter you, having a plan, how to beat you, knowing
And
what moment,
relentlessness.
and
He
relentless.
relentless.
Yeah,
He got a
so-
mold on him.
But the point is this though. Anybody talking outside of 8-7, if you're not talking about 877 pay Micah now, your voice is tainted. You know, and your voice is bad for what the team needs. What the team needs right now is Micah to have been done last week. It would have been better if they started with Micah, then moved to Osa.
You know why they didn't
But
do
what
it?
did they do? They did Osa and then told me, now we trying to focus on Micah. And now that you're focusing on Micah, the time you finally turned your attention to Micah, what happened? 2 defensive end premiers got paid and jacked up your price just because you chose the wrong guy to focus on.
The market running up.
But I'll say this: the reason that they chose Micah is because they like you under contract. We don't give a fuck. That's how they think. Like you got.
That's dumb
but
though.
listen, it's not about it being dumb. We talk about how they operate.
How they operate.
They look at people and like, well, he finna be out the door. You gonna just be out here bitching about a contract, but you gonna show up to work. I'm gonna sign Cuz real quick, and you'll be all right. And this always happened. It happened with the Dak Prescotts. Happened with Dak Prescott. Quarterback market exploded when he could have made $28 million a year the first time around. Exploded, and by the time you actually gave Dak Prescott a contract, he made $40 million a year. Same thing happened with C.D. Lamb. You could have paid C.D. Lamb after his first All-Pro selection. You waited, and the wide receiver market exploded.
You know where this come from. This comes from the thought process of Jerry always saying deadline makes deals. So
Right.
What is the incentive for him to pay early? If he feel like deadlines make deals and he get his best deals and best cooperation when it's on the line, what's the incentive for Jerry to pay early or pay it forward? He got to get out of that mindset, bro. Him and the Cowboys, like, that's basically procrastinating. You know what I'm saying? If you procrastinate, everybody know a procrastinator don't usually get nothing done. You know what I'm saying? He always gonna wait till tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't procrastinate with these contracts and feel like you gonna get the bigger end of the stick. You never do. You always lose. So I don't understand why it seems like we just continuously running into this brick wall and don't even think to go around it. It is insane to me.
Yeah, and listen, you failed every time you've done this.
Every
Like
time.
it's not like this is new. It's not like it's a mistake that they learned from. They have repeatedly done this and have failed and have looked a damn fool every single time. And now we're sitting here. They're still late on contracts. We're talking about Michael Parsons. They're finna be late on Tyler Smith's contract. They're already late on DeRon Bland contract. We need to be deciding we're going to trade him or extend him at this point because he's on the last year of his deal, and you have not made a deal with him. The only person that they're late to that I understand is Jake Ferguson because he had one good year and sandwiched in between two okay years.
Okay, what the cornerback market looking like? We need to be looking at that.
Expensive.
Cornerback market is actually not bad because the cornerback market is way under the receiver market, which don't make sense. So if you were to do something on cornerback, it would be now before the market start changing on you. And the reason why cornerback market is not consistent is because the top corners are not consistent. It's almost like we catching a cornerback like we caught running backs 2 years ago. We caught running backs 2 years ago kind of like on a bad timing for them. They was getting hurt. If people was looking right that was saying don't pay old ones, right? Because your better ones was kind of in a lull. You know what I mean? That's how corner is. 1 year Alexander be the guy, then he not. Then Salsa be the guy, then he not. Then Diggs would be the guy, then he hurt. Right? So this period right now is the period you pay corners because then it's gonna mess around and stabilize like running backs did, and then their value go increase and the market go reset itself. You know what I'm saying? So like this would be the time if you go do a deal with Bland, you right, landlord, you would want to do it now.
All right, so the highest paid corner in terms of per year money is still Jalen Ramsey. He makes 24.1. The highest paid corner in terms of guaranteed money is Pat Surtain. He got 77.4 fully guaranteed. And then fully guaranteed money is Denzel Ward. He got 44.5 fully guaranteed. And total value, the highest paid guy is also Denzel. He got $100 million contract.
If you think about it, bro, I know it's easy for me to say because I'm on a wide receiver team. But if you think about it, bro, it makes sense why the cornerback market a little down because it ain't too many lockdown corners no more.
Right.
Think about it. It ain't. You can't name no lockdown corners who you feel like, okay, I'm going to leave that dude on the island and you put your Justin Jefferson, your CD Lamb, your whoever in front of him and you ain't going to kill me.
I'll say
you ain't got many corners like that.
There's one.
Yeah, it's in a lull. Corner is in a lull right now.
Of the year.
Who?
Pat Surtain won Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, Pat. Yeah, Pat probably the only one. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, and then he ain't even the highest paid. You see how that crazy that is?
But he did it on kind of Byron Jones' type shit. Like
no ball production.
Like it was so like if I'm paying you genuine struggling with that word.
Genuinely.
Generally.
Oh, generally.
Your corners are ball guys and they can cover. Like Diggs before his injury would have restored the cornerback market because he was doing that. He was being assigned to the number one guy and being super disruptive at it. He fucked up DJ Moore. He fucked up
Justin Jefferson has never had a good game against the Cowboys.
Chase. Like before his knee, man, you could put him on anybody with Washington and they was eliminated. We even saw him on Keenan Allen. Remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all right now, I felt like Trey was the best corner. Real talk.
He was.
To me, Trey was the best corner because guess what? I seen him dominate with interceptions. That y'all criticized my boy, dogged him out that year. Next year, he shut everything down. He locked everybody up. He ain't give up hardly no yards. He had like one of the lowest yards he gave up the very next year. Trey showed me he could play both ways if he want to.
It's fact.
That's why I always got Trey like he one of them ones to me. I hope he can come back off of this injury. And look out for that trade tomorrow. They talking about trading my boy Trey. I think it'll be a mistake.
That deadline date is the 17th.
I'm gonna say there's no real smoke behind that from what I know.
I hope it ain't, bro. Cause I'm telling you, I feel like we gonna have seller's remorse. We gonna see him playing for a contender and be like, damn, we really traded Trayvon Diggs, bro.
I think we will have seller's remorse.
And I'll say
on
this
that
before we segue into the next part of the game. Don't disrespect Pat Surtain like that with that Byron Jones shit. Byron Jones ain't never had 4 picks in the season.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I know I'm meddling you, but yeah, I know.
Okay, that's good.
You just went too far, man. You seen
You're right, though.
You seen
You
Shot
gone too far.
You seen Shot when he shot out his old lady. You're gone too far, man.
Yeah.
And then another thing, I gotta go look at that Surtain film. I just don't be trusting these graders, dog. I don't like. Like when these people be giving some of these people defensive player of the year, it's like logically, how does that happen when Diggs didn't get it and Bland didn't get it?
Facts.
It make me
I don't even want nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, man, and we all honest enough to know, even though Bland had that epic year, he got cooked that year too. But I almost bet you $1 million, bruh, that we could turn on some film somewhere of Surtain getting get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we kept it real on Bland. Bland was not shut down that year. He had all them playmaking interceptions. He wasn't shut down. He got cooked by Washington. He
DK
got cooked by
Metcalf.
Seattle. Yeah, he got cooked. He made big plays, but he still.
I ain't gonna
But
lie,
anyway.
bro. DK made me feel different about Bland, boy.
And listen, the
I
game
ain't gonna lie to
the
you,
game
bro.
against Bland is probably why I want DK Metcalf on my team.
I swear to God, bro. After that game, cause me and him was like, I swear that game changed a lot for me and him. Like I thought my defense was decent before that game. After that game, I think I called him and was like, bro, we are not finna, we are not like that on defense, bro. Ain't no way. That was a shootout, bro. Like after that game, I felt completely different about my defense and Bland. No lie.
And I got to be honest about DK too. To your point earlier, landlord on wanting him. I've been looking at the film on wide receiver twos. It's hard to find a game where it wasn't a lot of attention on DK, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find a game because, like, remember we looked at that Denver game because we were just looking at DK. And it's obvious what was they doing Denver versus Seattle. They put Surtain on them the whole game. Just like we had to. What did we have to do? We had to put Gilmore on DK. So DK is that dude that will draw your best defender. And if he draw your best defender and you leave CD Lamb with the second best defender,
it's over with.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't nobody want to see them, boy.
So we're moving to the next stage of the sign this nigga or not. All right, so we got a name of bunch of pass rushers. There's a name on here that's just got added, which is Von Miller. He was just released by the Buffalo Bills. I know he's 99 years old, but people love a name. So I want y'all to select, not all of them. I want y'all to take your time and select 2 pass rushers you would sign as the Dallas Cowboys.
All I can have is 2?
All you can have is 2. And both
That's
of you,
a lot of names right there, bro.
And both
Give me
of you,
3.
both of you have to select only 2. And it got to be a different 2. We're gonna act like y'all on different teams.
Give me 3.
2. That's
Man, it's like 76 names on here.
Exactly. 2.
Go ahead, boss.
You ain't got 76.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be all the way honest, bro. I hate kind of naming who I would want without looking at them, and I haven't looked at them yet. And so what I'm gonna do today is before we had a show tonight. Y'all know we got this show tonight, right? Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, you told me about it. What time?
It said 8, bro.
That might be a little too late for me, though.
I'm gonna be at work.
You know I be getting up early, bro. Then I lost an hour daylight saving time.
All right, so what I was And so I put in that group chat we in, bro, on Twitter. I told everybody in there before we even start talking about these guys, at least take a look at them. You know. So for me to make this list, I'm literally making it right now, just on fit,
And that's fair. That's fair.
not
You still
talent.
got prior knowledge
Okay.
on
So
some of these players though.
yeah, yeah. So I would say, as of right now, on fit, the person that fits Eberflus 4-3 is Joey.
Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa fits his 4-3 because his 4-3 is dependent upon your traditional defensive ends, right? So guys that's gonna be good at setting the edge, um, go be very strong and being able to get upfield. That's Joey. That's what to me should also make Tank come back. So if we looking at defensive end in terms of what fit our current coordinator, that would be Joey. You know, but I haven't looked at him. And so when I look at him, I have a better feel of which one of these guys to rank. But he fits in terms of the way that our defensive coordinator has that bend don't break general 4-3 defense. And it definitely shows that we go likely still run mostly 4-3 or some kind of hybrid of it because of the major emphasis they put on Osa. Because in his 4-3 defense, he go lean on that pass rush ability from the 3 tech. He prides that in his defense. So if you put that much emphasis on Osa to get him out the way first, that tells me it's likely going to still really be your 4-3. So that tells me it's Joey.
You got one more.
Who the other guy?
There's Josh Sweat, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Dio. I can't pronounce that young man's name. Chase Young,
A
Hassan Reddick.
Daimbo.
Well, thank you. DeMarcus Lawrence, uh, Harold Landry, Aziz Alari,
Ajalare.
Matthew Judon, Dante Fowler, Baron Browning, Dietrich Wise from Arkansas, Chauncey Golston, Emmanuel Ugbai, Preston Smith,
Yes.
Josh Uch. There's a bunch of guys.
Ain't so many people on this list.
Give me the first three you said again, because one of them
Josh
stood
Sweat,
out.
Khalil Mack, and Joey Bosa.
I would be interested in, and this without looking at their film, Josh Sweat, because he super killed the Super Bowl. He was the best person up there. Joey and old man Khalil Mack. Give me old man Khalil Mack. That's the fit.
Yeah, listen, Josh Sweat's still fairly young, so that's not a bad choice.
Yeah, I would like Josh Sweat. I wouldn't mind that.
All right, I'm gonna go on the high end and then on the cheap end.
Okay.
Cheap end, like I said, I don't gotta watch the film. I know who Dante Fowler is. Give me Dante Fowler. I feel like he a natural pass rusher. He an instant plug and play guy that can still pressure the quarterback. I'll take him on the low end.
True.
On the high end, let's see. I might go with Bosa sound the best right now. I ain't gonna lie. I would say Khalil Mack, but it's like he didn't kind of, you know what I'm saying? He a little long in the tooth now. George just came off of the Chargers, and I think he probably still got a few good years left. And then I could just see him and Mike on the same side. The only thing is, if we letting Tank go, we gonna need a defensive end that can play the run too. That's what I'm thinking about.
And
I got
Tank might be the best fit out of all of them on the cool.
Cause you
Yeah.
do need somebody to stop the run and set the edge. Bosa not that
And
ain't his strong suit though. I'll be honest with you.
He always thrived under that 4-3, bro.
all right. So
Tank still clutch too, man. He do come through in the clutch. That's one thing I can say about Tank.
my two guys that I'm gonna take. I would take I'll take a chance on Dietrich Wise, being that he was coached by Bill Belichick. He can play both 4-3 and 3-4. He's a good run stopper. He's a constant vet. And like we were just talking with the Marcus Lawrence, he may not get the sack production, but we're gonna set the edge. He's gonna be a force and a disruptor. And if I'm getting a second person, then I'm getting Preston Smith, and that could be my pass rusher.
I like Preston Smith too, and he played around.
Yeah.
But somebody who I would. That's what I was fighting for 3. I like what I seen from Carl Lawson, bro.
Yeah,
Like
Carl Lawson's
I would
good.
surely bring Carl Lawson back. If you would have gave me 3, I would have brought Carl Lawson back.
But I didn't. I gave you
Hey,
two.
I like how you said that too, landlord. You said the high side and the cheap. That's the way to think
Yeah.
about it too. Is like if we get wiped out, cause see, you got a great list for okay, we got wiped out our free agency. We got to fill some bodies in here. Well, then that's Fowler to your point, and Carl Lawson on the cheap. That's a good list, and that's to me a real good way to think about. I'm gonna steal that from you.
Already.
Great seeing everybody in the chat. Hey, everybody is in here, man. Make sure y'all take the time to hit that like button. Make sure y'all take the time to hit that share button, and make sure y'all take the time to hit those cash apps for your independent content creators, man. Listen, Boss been living right. He ain't caught up in the Rico, so you can probably still super chat Boss. But me and Landlord are out on the lamb. We've been out here robbing YouTube for everything they got. So man, hit our cash apps. Mine is $ Henny the Moore. His is $ Landlord 723. We appreciate you because they hate us. We ain't getting shit from this right now. We do this for the love of the game at this point.
Facts.
So
And
man.
look, one thing I say though, when it comes to these pass rushers, I think, and it's understandable. I think everybody forgetting about my dog, man.
What?
Everybody forgetting about Slam, bro. I think Slam finna come back with a
No,
vengeance, bro.
I agree with you
I
too,
think
bro.
everybody forgetting about Slam because that's why I see people saying Carter and we'll love to have Carter on this team, but I don't see us overextending ourselves to get him. I think the Cowboys looking like, bro, we didn't get nothing from Sam last year, and he gonna be fully healthy this year. So, bro, they really cleared the shelf for Sam. They got rid of Fowler and Dorrance now because of the belief they had in Sam. So it was gonna be the Sam Williams show and the Michael Parsons show. They was finna have them out there. That's twin.
But can we say that and they spent a second round pick on Nealon?
I think he the DeMarcus Lawrence replacement though.
Yeah, but you can only have 2 defensive ends on the field at the same time because they're not going to regulate Micah to being an actual linebacker.
It might have been one of them situations they felt like he was too good to pass up on. You know what I'm saying? That's how they felt. But if you think about it, Sam is a pressure. He's a pass rusher. I don't see him as a defensive end. Nealon is more like a defensive end. It's a difference for me. Like I think people mix those words together, but like it's really 2 different skill sets to me. Nealon is a real defensive end, and he's not living or dying off the pressure and the sacks. Sam is gonna step on the field, roll out the bed, and go terrorize left tackles and right tackles and pressure the quarterback. That's what his job is.
And before Sam got hurt, Zimmer said that he was gonna have Sam playing 70% of the snaps, bro.
Well, that's a huge blow.
And then just look at how effective that defense was. Zim probably would have cooked with Sam Williams, bro. Just think about it.
That's what I think.
Zim was gonna cook with Sam.
Yes,
no lie.
he was gonna cook with it, bro. And so, to your point, Henny, Sam was gonna get probably 70%, and then Nealon and their plan was go get the cleanup snaps. You know what I mean? Just young boy, get your legs wet, your beak wet snaps. You know what I'm saying?
All the great teams had reinforcements on the defensive end too. Like you could just throw a barrage of them at people. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this, I'm gonna load him up. We gonna send them to the bench and come back with some more. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest. I felt like Dan Quinn had too much rotation.
Yeah.
Like it was like, cause Fowler couldn't get enough snaps in that. You know what I mean? It just, which was stupid. You know, but they was feeding Armstrong, and they was feeding other defensive ends with this trying to keep everybody fresh. You start taking away from leaving your best players on the field too, cause Zimmer's style is we go give our best players just a whole lot of reps, and they just got to be in good position. I mean, good conditioning. You know what I mean? DQ had that everybody go be fresh and we go be killing y'all with fresh rotation of players. But it got to a point to where you was starting to take off guys that was true like game changers off the field.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do, especially because what do you do with these guys? Let's say the scenario happens. Let's say Abdul Carter gets caught,
With a
smoking
bomb.
weed. Yeah, get caught smoking weed out of a gas mask, like what happened to old buddy them years back, and he falls to 12 and he's there for you. Do you not draft Abdul Carter and make him the focal point of your team at that point?
No, you definitely gonna draft him.
Like
He too good to pass up on.
That come back to my other point. Maybe not Abdul Carter. And this is my thing. Outside of Michael Parsons, I'm not saying that I'm okay at defensive end or pass rush or anything yet. Because I know that we see a lot of potential in Sam Williams, but we also the last time we seen him was playing special teams. Because he couldn't stop making causing penalties on the defensive side of the ball. So his ass was blocking punts.
Oh,
So
he a knucklehead now.
So that's my thing. Like I like Sam. I like Nealon, even though I didn't want to draft him. I'm not letting nobody that's currently on the team stop me from improving the defensive end spot. May that be a Joey Bosa, may that be a Josh Sweat, may that be whoever. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't gonna lie though, I feel bad for Chancey too. Cause I think Chancey, I wouldn't mind bringing Chancey back, to be honest with you. Cause I feel like he was misused, bro. I said this a couple years ago. Like, why are we trying to make him a defensive tackle when he played defensive end at Iowa and he was dominant? The dude was a run stopper. He was setting the edge. You couldn't even move him as a defensive end. But you want to bring him to Dallas, draft him, and make him gain weight and make him a defensive tackle. You took away his biggest superpower. And then guess what? As soon as he played defensive end for that 1 year, we seen some flashes from Chancey. Like, Chancey was actually showing up. I remember I asked him at training camp. He had the biggest smile ever on his face. I said, man, I heard you getting reps at defensive end. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I know you like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to think. These dudes out here for a job at the end of the day. And if your bosses tell you, hey, you moving to this position, you're going to be like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather just stay at this position. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, buddy, you got to do what the bosses say you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your new position. So Chancey, of course, he ain't want to have no pushback. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the leverage to do that. He just got to do whatever his team tell him to do. But when he got back to his natural position, he got better. And now it's contract time, and we don't even know how solidified he is right now. And that's on us.
All right. Charles Bud asks if Mike Green falls to 2, would I draft him? No.
Who?
No. Mike Green from Marshall.
You talking about second round?
Yeah.
You wouldn't draft him in the second round?
No, I'm not drafting anybody that has multiple sexual assault allegations at high school and college. You just gonna get more money and rape more bitches.
Good Lord. Freaky mind.
I just want to keep. I just listen. There are things that I will look over. As a player, you a gangster. I love it. You beat up some people. I love it. You used to sell dope when you was young and in the hood and had no way out. I can deal with it. There's too many. There's
Let me tell you the problem. Let me tell you the problem that you're thinking right now, bro. See, the problem is people like you would have missed out on Josh Ball.
On who? But Josh Ball was putting hands on her.
Wait a minute now.
That's so funny.
He talking like this dude.
This my nigga.
Did Boss have a gas mask on we was just talking about? Good Lord.
Hey, man, see, the problem when you think like that, bro, is you missed out on the Josh Ball opportunity.
Get that man. He should have never had a star on his helmet, boy.
For real, bro, because he had that questionable background, too. That's what made me shocked at them picking Josh Ball. I ain't going to fight you on that logic, though, bro. Because it's one thing to have one allegation, bro. That can be
multiple? Yeah,
Multiple? The same stuff?
At a different
different
level.
locations.
I could see if it was like 10 girls in one incident, because they all could be conspiring against you. They could be all
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah.
But this man said high school and college. Come on now.
Like I'm gonna cooperate with.
Everywhere you go, you just violating.
Everywhere
And
you
Hell
I'm gonna
no.
go,
be
somebody
honest.
say you done took something. Like dog, like
And let me tell y'all something. I don't know if you ever played with dudes like that. I played with dudes like that. Y'all played with dudes like that?
man,
Not that
The,
I know of.
okay. I played with rapos. And they was rapos. You know what I mean? Like to where they made me uncomfortable being around them. And you know what I mean? Like how they handled their women. I was like, bro, you are low key kind of crazy. Like you handled her, dog. Like you put, like I watched it. You know what I'm saying? And the same dude that I went to school with, he got locked up over some rape. But we could see it coming though. Like all of us that was on the team, when he got locked up for that rape, we was like, yup. You
We
know what
knew
I'm
it.
saying? You
on
know, so now
brand.
I'm with you on that hand, bro. I got yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just that's a huge character flaw. That, you know what I'm saying? You got something like that. Cause I feel like, I mean, these days it's a little iffy, especially like I never been a millionaire. But like I just feel like, how do you find yourself getting accused in these things if you just innocent? Like I just
But
don't
we also
understand it.
let me keep it balanced too. We got to be careful too. Sometimes boys do have bad luck too.
they do.
So it would take some investigation because I've also seen and been in situations where it was some Karen lying type things going on
Yeah.
where you really wanted to freak out the whole party and the whole party got theirs, but you had a boyfriend that you wanted to keep, and now that you done went out and did what you did, now you want to change the story. That
Hmm.
can happen to athletes twice. You know what I mean? So that would really honestly be up to the Dallas Cowboys scouting investigation team. You know what I mean? And them really digging into it, you know? But
Hmm.
just on the allegations itself, that's something to kind of really kind of scratch your head at.
Yeah, he gonna have to listen. He gonna have to be. He gonna have to fall out of even being picked. You know, he gonna have the shit that happened with Lael Collins. A lot of people forget Lael Collins had a first round grade, and
He
He had
he
a
did.
beat.
murder case pending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing actually happened, but he did not get drafted at all, right? So if it comes to where we can add him as a free agent, undrafted free agent, maybe. But dog, you left like you left your school during the allegations. Like you ended up at Virginia having to play at Marshall because that freaky shit happened, and then they barely wanted to bring you in because it happened in high school. So I'm just saying, dog. Like, I get it. You know, I understand, but
It
I'm
just
not
take
spending.
investigation. Cause he could be innocent, bro. He really could. It's a chance. Your luck can sometimes be that bad, bro. Like
It
for
can.
real. It's a
Now it
chance.
could have happened. It could have happened that first time, and then he go to college, and people did some little investigation. Were like, oh, he already got a charge, something like that. I'm finna come with some fake stuff on him. You know what I'm saying? So it could be somebody just preying on him. It's possible. Like I think really as us as black men though, it's kind of hard. Like we kind of gotta like give people the
Yeah,
benefit of the doubt, cause we just
we
seen a lot of
should.
people go straight to prison and they
Off the
innocent. So
BS. What
Hey,
yeah,
Pac say?
so.
It's a whole bunch of real G's doing time because the group bent the truth and told a lie. He ain't. Yup.
he ain't lying
Yeah.
about that. So
Pac
it's a
said it a long time ago, bruh, and it's true.
We can't trust the police all the way. That's all I'm saying. Like,
you can't.
not
No,
100%. No.
no, no,
But I will say
no.
this. I will say
Not in the
this.
trap house.
He
Oh,
might
absolutely not.
he might be innocent, but I ain't finna be the team to take the chance on. Especially
That's fair.
when we have other guys that might even be better. You know, they could be there. So and
Yeah,
listen,
that's a good
I
point.
want to trade our second round pick any damn way. We don't ever hit on them niggas. Like outside of Trayvon
Boy,
Diggs, you can't
good
name
point.
a good second.
Good
We don't hit
point.
on those.
Man, I send that second over there for DK so quick.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah,
that's a great opportunity for a team right there, man. Cause look, all
that's
you
a
gotta do
damn
is
good
sign them, and
point.
then you can restructure. You can
The
restructure.
only the only second we hit on was Diggs. Every one of them been flops. Yeah, if you go gamble, go ahead and gamble
Tristan
that
Hill,
second.
Tristan Hill out the league. Jalen Smith out the league.
Hold
Kelvin
on.
Jones.
You still got
Kelvin
Sam.
Joseph.
The Bucks still out for Sam and Nealon though. We don't know what they gonna be yet.
I'm not. Oh, listen, Sam Williams. This is year 4. We don't even know if Sam Williams deserves a
Yeah, it's
contract yet.
trending bad for Sam.
Yeah.
Even though you right and you fair. It's
The
still
Buck is
though.
out, but like, has the man even had 5 sacks in the season before?
Yeah.
And his only job is to rush the passer, and he.
You know, I
that.
like
Yeah.
Sam, and I can't even argue that. We don't know if we want to sign Sam yet. I'm higher on him, but he don't have no proven tangible things I can hold on to, especially over a whole season. Like we seen, like
Schoolmaker ain't shit.
to be fair, we seen some incredible flashes from Sam, like some unreal stuff. We
Unreal.
did.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
seen some incredible stuff from Sam, but it just haven't happened over the course of a whole season yet.
Oh, speaking of which, incredible flashes. Randy Gregory, another second-round pick. You know, he
I used to
also
like
had,
Randy though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Listen, he had
Randy was hard for me. He was hard to me. I ain't gonna lie.
He is also somebody that flashes a lot, and you look at the final stats, like, damn, he really ain't do too much.
He used to be getting a lot of pressure though.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he got a lot of pressures and never
And
finished
his
the deal.
sacks was way better than Armstrong's sacks. Like people used to say they was on the same level. It's like you got to go look at the film. Like Armstrong had cleanup sacks. Like Randy Gregory
Hustle
had
sacks.
playmaking sacks. Like I beat that dude. I bent. I had a beautiful bend on that guy. I bursted or I ran through somebody. You know, Armstrong was like sacks was. I was running away from Mike and ran into you sacks.
Yeah, D Law was a second round pick, but that was many moons ago though.
Yeah, D Law, you see D Law's good, but that's still a bad as success rate. We got to go include D
It's
Law.
bad. Yeah, it's bad success rate. It's real bad. Yeah,
And listen,
that's what made me kind of go back to what you were saying on that trade for DK.
He right. Second round been a terrible round for us.
And I will also say this.
And I know why.
Why?
Because we so cheap. We be trying to, instead of looking for a normal, like, no-brainer second round pick, we be trying to finesse and get a first round pick out of the second round. And so it'll be a bigger swing. You know what I'm saying? We want 2 firsts instead of just getting your first round pick and the best player on the board in the second.
You hit that perfect, bro. That's exactly what it is.
If you look at the players, you'll be like, yeah, we swung for him because we felt like he was going to be better than he was.
That's what Jalen was.
It was just big risk.
That's what Schoon was. That's what Kelvin Joseph was. Like, you right. Like, all them seconds we do is we trying to get a sneaky first.
Facts.
Hold on. And, see, Kevin Thanos, you had to go back prior to the Will McClay era to bring these people up. Will McClay didn't draft Marcus Lawrence or Sean Lee or Bruce Carter. So, like, those guys, even if they were okay, I think were pretty good. You can't even count them into this equation because the person that made those picks is not one that been making these other picks. Right, that's prior to the Will McClay era. I think who was Will McClay first pick, second round pick.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I think D Law might have been his
D-Law.
first second round pick. So,
yeah, that was his first because it was Zach Martin and D-Law.
So D-Law counts. D-Law counts. The other two, you can't even say that. And Cheeto was out the league. So I'll give you that.
Cheeto was D-Law. Yeah, Cheeto was a good pick too. That was a good pick.
Kind of, sort of.
He got a lot of years of starting in the NFL. Even
Cheeto
though
he was the most unlucky DB ever to me. Especially in Dallas.
Him and Anthony Brown were
he was never out of position, ever. But he couldn't stop the ball. Like it was so crazy for me. Like he got half the job down packed. but when that ball in the air, it's like he just couldn't never get to it, man. Go back and watch though. Cheeto always was in great position. Like people just made great catches over him. Like I don't know what it is. He's just unlucky. Then he went and played in the Super Bowl with the Bengals, so he did something.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about for us. You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about them going on to green the pastures. I'm talking about what they did for us. I don't care if they became the Jesus they position when they lead down. I'm just talking about what we got out of the second round pick.
You know what's weird? Didn't Jordan Lewis and Cheeto come in the same draft?
Yep.
Jordan Lewis
Yep.
done made it, boy.
Yeah,
Jordan
Cheeto
Lewis
was
done
third
stuck
round
it
pick.
through, bro. He done stuck it through. He might be
Yep.
one of the longest tenure Cowboys, ain't it? Behind D-Law. Who? D-Law, Dak.
Yeah, because Jordan Lewis was 1 year after that.
Jordan Lewis probably one of the longest tenure Cowboys right now.
They've been on the same team for forever.
For real. Jay Lou done made it through a lot, bro. I remember him coming straight out of Michigan, and we was excited about them DBs we picked up.
And we
I don't
wasted
believe.
a lot of his years too.
Yep, because he couldn't get on the field because we had coaches that didn't like short DBs.
That's right.
That
Yeah,
probably stunned some of his growth.
that's
Hey,
right.
Montana, Cheeto Bad
Fact.
Woozie never made a Pro Bowl or All Pro selection. Ever. I'm looking at his profile right now. He never made any of those. He was just really good on the team. He was really good for the Bengals. Matter of fact, he's not out of the league. He just over there with the Titans getting towed up. But yeah, no, he never made a Pro Bowl or All Pro. Doesn't mean that he hasn't had a solid career, but he's never made either one of
Yeah, he
those.
was like a decent. He wasn't nothing like, he wasn't like no right mama, right home about type dude, but he was like, that's our starting corner. We all right type dude.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, I'm looking at some film too right now, bro. I'm still combing through, man. I'm looking at Sebastian Castro from Iowa. God damn.
What's your thoughts on him so far? Since you brought him to our attention.
Well, no, just so far, I'm looking at a guy. He seemed like he got a knack for the ball. But what I love I'm seeing is I keep seeing a guy that's coming up making great tackles and busting balls hard. So now I got to go dig through about a couple of more games just to go kind of see him in a full game atmosphere. But yeah, so far I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and that brings me. I want to say something too, bro. Y'all, everybody that's listening, y'all got to be careful, man. There's some people out here doing some major capping on this film shit, bro. Like it's
Mm.
guys out here saying, content creators. You got to watch 12 whole games to know a prospect and this goofy shit. It's like, nah, bro. It don't take watching 12 whole games to know a prospect. That is a lie. And it's a lot of people out here lying because they really trying to put salt on people that's really putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? You know, and trying to make you doubt what you saw. Like, nah, you don't have to watch 12 whole games and you can get a good feel of a player within 30 minutes. It depends on what you're looking at and what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a receiver, you don't have to watch the whole game to find a receiver talent. You can literally pick the targets, and the targets will tell you that. So sometimes somebody might get 6 targets, the next game they might get 10. But those are really show you what does this person do when the ball is coming their way. And so you don't have to watch the whole game to see that. If you're trying to judge a receiver's talent, it's a lot of people out here. I'm telling y'all, they entertaining, but they capping.
Fact.
The only thing I say about that, because you are correct, and it's going to be dependent on what you're looking for. Like you just so clearly stated, if I'm just looking for what the wide receiver did when the ball went his way, I don't have to watch the entire game for that.
No,
But if I'm trying to add context on, can this man block? What does he
yeah.
does? Was
Now
he
I
open?
got to look at the running plays.
Yeah, was he open here and then get the ball? Like those are
Is he
also extra
selfish? Because if
levels.
you try to look for selfishness, now I
Hmm.
need to look at when his teammates was targeted. So then I can say, how did he run his route when his teammates was targeted? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Because there's gonna be times where before the damn play is called, you're not getting the ball. You're the damn clear out guy. But
Right,
how hard are you running that route so my boy can
right,
can, can get that window?
right, right, right,
So
right, right.
and
So
listen, And listen, to be fair to you, a lot of niggas ain't looking at that any damn way. A lot of these folks that make that content, they ain't looking for that. They just like, oh man, this guy had such and such many yards, man. He's all
Man, you know what they do is
you know how they do, bro.
the reason they would say something like that, oh, you gotta watch this many games, is because they ain't willing to do the work, so they gonna make the work sound like it's just impossible to be done. You know what I'm saying? So they can discredit the ones who is doing the work.
That's what's
So
going.
I don't go off of no foolishness like that, man. You ask them some real questions about these people, they don't even have no answers, and because they ain't even started to do no work. So, I mean,
Right.
it's just a lot of clown stuff going on in the space, man. I just hope some of y'all know who to trust in this space. You know what I'm saying? The real ones ain't gonna lie to you and make up false narratives. We gonna give you the real deal. We really trying to win. I'm not trying to be right. Boss not trying to be right. Hen not trying to be right. It's a lot of other people in the space who their goal is not to just try to be right. We trying to put out great ideas so this team can actually win. We tired of being the fucking mocking the butt of every joke of the NFL. We sick of that. We want this team to actually succeed. So if I gotta sacrifice my takes or my thoughts for it, I'm willing. I just want to win, bro. That's all I want to do.
Can I add this one last thing? Half them niggas ain't got no college tape, no way. So you ain't gotta even worry about them. Shit. they say you can't just you gotta watch 12 games. Yeah, you ain't got 12 games. You ain't got one game. You worry about what other folks doing, man. Come on,
And that's
man.
not even the standard. That's how you know, like, people capping, because like Tuck is actually in a scouting academy, bro. Okay, so they tell you what the standard is, and the standard is 6, not 12. So the fact that he said 12 and people say shit like that, that let you know you making these impossible ass standards just to try to say that guys ain't putting in real work. It just,
Just
it's
to
just,
discredit folks because
it's just
you ain't trying to do no work.
you ain't doing no work. Yeah, and
You
so
just
and then
want to be a clown and holler and make noises and shit on this
Cause
goddamn
listen,
show.
how many times are you going to be able to watch 12 games? If I got 100 prospects that I'm responsible for, how am I going to watch 12 games of every snap that they took and still be able to formulate everything and have time and not be rushing through this shit?
That's
now
why I just told you
a
he made
professional
it
scout can't
impossible.
watch 12 games, bro. A
He made it
professional,
impossible.
yeah, a professional scout, like, who get paid by their team. You will not watch 12 whole games of every
You don't have
prospect.
time.
You don't have enough time, bro. So yeah, I'm telling y'all, be careful, man. It's a lot of capping out here, bro. It's more capping now than ever before in our space.
Facts. Be careful. Be careful who you follow and who you listen to. That's all I can say. We got honorable people who done already, you know what I'm saying, been through those battles and been battle tested, and I actually done showed you they work. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't showing no work, I ain't listening to you. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? If you can't get on film and talk that talk, I ain't listening to you. You know what
right.
I'm saying? If you ain't got no proven cases out here, I ain't listening to you. Like
Yeah,
everybody on this panel got people who we stood up for and they ended up having success stories year in and year out. We be shooting better percentages than Mel Kiper and them. So I went there, listen to what no goofball say about none of my own work for real.
Of course.
real quick, y'all. I just wanted to say something real quick. My boy Todd Church said, boss, can you do me a favor and do a film breakdown on Elijah Moore? Y'all look at it.
Elijah Moore. Why did that name sound familiar?
It sound like somebody you went to school with.
Nah.
one of them normal names. Man,
Let
you
me
remember
see.
Elijah Moore
Oh, the wide receiver
Yeah,
for
why
the
we,
Browns.
yeah.
from the Browns.
No,
Yeah, 'cause
didn't
he with the Jets now. No, he with the Browns.
no,
He
no,
got
not.
traded last year or the year
Oh, he
before.
got traded. Okay. I look
Yeah.
at him though, because I know T Church be like, he really be into them these free agents. He don't be bullshit. Like when he say look at somebody, I'm gonna look at him.
All right, he's 5'11", ran a 4.35 coming out of Ole Miss. He's a former second round pick, was drafted in 2021. 5'9", His best career year was with the Browns in terms of receiving yardage. He had 640 yards. Only had 2 touchdowns though. His career high in touchdown receptions was his rookie year with the Jets, and he had 5. So probably a very cheap speed guy you could bring in. But if you just looking face value at the numbers, you know you got to watch film. But if you just looking face value at the numbers, he's not going to be like a needle mover for you. But it's also going to be dependent on scheme fit and everything else. We know that if he had a better quarterback, because let's be real, he ain't never played with a good quarterback in his life in the NFL. Never played with a good quarterback in his life, and had multiple offensive coordinators. So you can't really just judge him off of that. But just judging
That's
off
another one.
just judging off what he did at Ole Miss, his last year at Ole Miss, he was an 1,100-yard receiver, and we got all kinds of respect for the SEC.
That's another one where Chad Wilson just said, in
Yeah, I
hindsight,
was just
Judy would have
saying.
been
Yeah, I was
a
just saying that
steal.
would piss you off. I
And
do
you
what I
know, boss, I stood up against Steve Smith talking about Jerry Judy went good. I
yeah.
said, bullshit, you just don't like that man. I know what that man capable of now. I ain't say he just became the greatest receiver of all time, but you seen some glimpses of what he could do. And just imagine if he was on the side of CD with Dak Prescott. I seen them using him as a go-to receiver last year.
And see, that's why people got to be careful looking at just stats, bro, because Henny said it best. Some of these dudes is fit. Like, if you put some of these dudes with Dak, it's going
They
to be,
finna turn up.
they go turn up, bro. If you put, like, I could tell you a couple of people that would have been, like, super steals for Dak. Jerry Judy, and then what's old boy that went, Calvin Ridley. Like, like, these are people that were the numbers in other places that look like, man, you put them with Dak, it'll like double, bro.
It would have been a Amari Cooper effect. Coop was good at first, then he kind of, started trending down. And then when he got with Dak, he just exploded. Like, he just went crazy. But if you look at it, like I said, I was so disappointed in the Cowboys, man, because back in the day, that would have been a cheap move that we would have been looking to do, man. We used to do our due diligence when it was players like that in those type of positions. Like, we would have been the first ones calling Kevin Ridley. Like, you in trouble? You a first-round pick? You a receiver? We looking for people like you. Like, we supposed to sign him ASAP, bro. The old Cowboys, we would have signed him so quick. But, we got into that goofy stuff where we used to be scared of the gangsters and all the troublemakers and stuff like that. I think that was Jason Garrett and them, the right kind of guys type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think that messed us up in that type of area, man. Because back in the day, we seen that looked like a steal for us. Like, you mean to tell me this dude was a former first-round pick and he trying to get back into the league? Man, I'm signing him ASAP.
Oh, and Splendid Poppy, if you haven't seen, you just came in here, Myles Garrett signed for all the money in the world. There's no more money left in the world. Myles Garrett has it all. He signed for $160 million, $40 million a year, a lot of it guaranteed. So he reset the defensive end market, if you were wondering. Pass rusher market has exploded because of Myles Garrett. But yes, Splendid, that's exactly what happened, and welcome to the chat.
Damn.
Man, we could have had Ridley on this team. Then you seen he went crazy with the Jazz and then went and got a big bag. We could have had him for cheap for at least a couple of years.
You could have did what I asked him to and, drafted Brian Thomas, because that's a wide receiver I wanted. I stood on the table. I begged and pleaded with tears in my eyes. And y'all let that boy go one pick before we picked, and y'all went and got Tyler Guyton. And that boy ain't did a damn thing. Meanwhile, Brian Thomas had, 1,100 yards, 1,200 yards? He went crazy this year.
Bucket Irvin went ballistic. It is what it is, man. I still remember the whole nation, most of the whole nation was going against me with that running back take. When I said I'd take Bijan, I'd take Gibbs, everybody was like, man, a running back? And we was talking about at the bottom of the draft. That's the draft we went to, bro. And them boys picked them way early. And y'all calling me crazy for saying I'd take them at the bottom.
And guess what?
Both of them boys went stupid early.
And they both have been very productive since being in the NFL.
Man, people sleep on Bijan. You got to actually watch him, man. Bijan's still hard. I think it's just the Falcons.
It's something you said, bro, that's gonna be just as right this year, bro. When you said Devontae Adams is gonna be what Saquon was if he go to the right team. You right on that,
It's
bro.
gonna be a common sense
It's gonna be
option
one
that you
of them.
could have
How
just
the
been like,
fuck did he didn't do it?
Devontae, sign
Yeah,
him.
if everybody go say what they saying on Saquon, why didn't we do that?
Exactly. I just don't want it to be the Cowboys punching air again, like it usually be. You need a receiver. Just all you got to do is sign them. You ain't even got to give up nothing.
Yeah, you just gotta sign him. Yeah.
That's an easy thing. That's easy work right there.
Now,
I said sign Saquon last year. They said landlord he
I
injury
still
prone.
signed Saquon last year. Yep. I
Like
had
I
him as
know the
number
people
one.
that watch me, they know I ain't count. They remember these takes.
Yeah, like and so like now obviously that's not literal to say that Adams and Saquon gonna be the same effect. It's gonna be in
Same
the
effect,
same
yeah.
family. It's gonna be in the
Yeah.
same family because Saquon was almost all time. So we ain't saying that. But if Adams was to come to Dallas and be our number two, bro, he go do 13, 1400, bro.
He don't go crazy, bro.
Easily, man. Well, that's the thing, though. The Dallas Cowboys, even when we had a run first team back in the day, we know we had Aikman and all them. Was Michael Irvin just by his damn self, or did the Dallas Cowboys invest a first round pick on Alvin Harper? People forget Alvin Harper was a first round pick.
Kevin Williams was a first round pick.
Boy, then we had Novacek. So
Yep.
even though
Emmett
we
was the
weren't,
first round.
yeah. So even
Everything around Aikman was first.
yeah,
And what that got?
C.D. Lamb and some hopes and
Look,
dreams.
Man, y'all like I don't think y'all get it, bro. Like I can't stress this enough. I just told him, bro, the Colts got a better wide receiving core than us by a mile. Real talk.
bro.
Now nobody topping CD, of course. But then you got Pittman, you got the boy AD Mitchell that just came out of Texas last year. You got Josh Downs, you got Alec Pierce. Them boys got four. I think all of them might have came out in the first. Them boys loaded that receiver. They just ain't got no quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, them boys got weapons over there. And that's a shame
Pittman,
that who would have ever thought
Mitchell.
that the Colts will have a better wide receiving core than the mighty Dallas Cowboys? That don't even sound right. We are playing around, man. And we don't even want to talk about the weapons that the people that we got to compete with in this conference got.
Oh, hold on.
It's ridiculous.
Let's talk about it real quick. I'm glad that y'all here, and I'm glad that it got here. So you cannot always take PFL seriously, but it's
Right.
just for a reference. So this is NFL ranks and supporting cast. This is about offensive line, how your wide receivers graded out, yada 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 yada. If you go down here, all the way down underneath the books, the past 5 seasons, the Dallas Cowboys ranked 14th in offensive personnel, and they were 29th this year.
Damn.
29th.
Talent fallacy. I'm glad I did that show, man, because that was whoever, I forgot who wrote that article, bro, but they was on point. I think we overhype a lot of the guys that we got, and we really need to take our cowboy glasses off and evaluate them how they should be. Like I said, go tell your partner who a Eagles fan, hey, man, you better watch out for Jalen Brooks. He gonna be like, who the hell is Jalen Brooks, bro? like, who the hell is that? I don't even know who that is. Like, tell him, hey, Ferg gonna do this. Like, bro, some of our players, now I say they capable, but they're not good as we think they are. I say that. A few of them, for real. That's why we gotta upgrade. That's why I'm looking like, bro, let's go get some people right now. If we want to compete, look at the Lions. What the Lions ranked on that list? What the 49ers ranked on that list? What the Eagles ranked on that list? These are the people we trying to top.
Eagles
funny
are
enough, they up at the top 5, huh?
Yeah, Eagles were third. The 49ers were first over these last since 2020 because they came in at 9th, 2nd, 4th, 1st, and 5th.
Look, last year, the last 2 years, the Lions was number 2.
Ravens, 12, 12, 3, 3, 3. Eagles 22. 2020 was bad, but Carson Wentz was still there. Third, second, fifth, sixth. Chiefs 7th, 6th, 5th, 13th, and 10th. Packers 2nd, 9th, 11th, 12th, 8th. Bills 5th, 13th, 17th, 7th, and 9th. Lions, like you said, the first 2 years dragged them down. They've been the top 2 personnel unit on offense the last 2 years.
And this who we got to compete with. And we was last. But y'all say that can't get it done. Bruh, can't nobody get it done under them circumstances. Now look, let's see this other trend. All the people in the red that's struggled last year, what kind of season they had? Look at the Browns, what kind of season they had? Look at the Cowboys, what kind of season we had? What kind of season the Bears had at 22? What kind of season the Titans had at 30? What kind of season the Patriots had at 32? What kind of season the Dolphins had at 23? What kind of season the Raiders had at 26? What kind of season the Saints had at 24? What kind of season the Bengals had at 27? Oh, it's a reoccurring theme here, huh? If you ain't got the people, if you ain't got the supporting cast or the people, you're not doing nothing.
PFL fucked that up. Bengals was 27
in 2024
on this list.
This also accounts for offensive line and everything else. So if your offensive line is shit, that
27 bro.
No run
27?
game, no offensive line, that does hurt.
Look, we can even go up. The Commanders was 17th though. They did a wonderful job with they people though.
I mean,
I give them that.
Outside of Scary Terry, can you really name the nobody thought that Zach Ertz was even going to be competent this year.
The Steelers at 19, they had a great year last year. Well, a good year. Didn't they make the playoff? Didn't the Steelers make the playoff?
Yeah, they were one and done.
Damn, the Cardinals was 7 and they still ain't do nothing. Now that's a anomaly right here. Yeah. They got a great supporting class and they did nothing last year.
Yeah, that's quarterback.
The Bucks was 4 and they had a good year last year. They was one and done, but they got to the playoff.
4?
The Falcons was number 1.
I see what PF do. I see exactly how they grade. They grade based on who was hot coming out of college. That's the only way you can have this list this high. Because remember, like Phoenix, they got a old boy from Ohio State. I forgot his name, that receiver. Like on
Ohio
paper,
State.
they had a lot.
Marvin Harrison. Yeah, Marvin Harrison.
On paper, they look good. But I ain't tripping, though. I mean, still, though, whether we believe the list or not, we believe our odds. Dallas should be at the bottom.
But look, a lot of them are legit, though. We can't argue that the Ravens was number 3. We can't argue that the 49ers was number 1 last year. I don't know about 5th this year, though.
I'm going to say I'm 90% on this list. I'm with it.
Yeah. The Eagles 6, that sound right. Chiefs 10.
I think the Eagles, honestly, bro, should have been like 1, bro.
Yeah, they supporting cast was crazy.
They like, how the fuck is they not 1, bro? You got the number 1 offensive line. You got the number 1 running back. You got 2 number 1 receivers. You got a true number 1 tight end. That's a true beat threat, vertical threat. Like, it was literally no weaknesses on. They should have been, bro.
What's crazy though? Everybody in the top 10 had good seasons except for the Cardinals. Everybody else was successful.
That's the big point you made right there, bro. Like
everybody else was successful. That was the anomaly.
How weapons to that list translated to wins, to your point.
Facts. You can't deny that. With the supporting cast, that's why it sounds ignorant when everybody point the finger just at that. You see what I'm saying? It also showed you that nobody's doing it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, the supporting cast is very important for all the success of these teams. That's what we're trying to let you know. And I feel like the Cowboys are definitely lacking with the weapons. But we almost gave y'all 2 hours today, man. I'm finna get ready to go out here and give me some exercise. You know what I'm saying? Do my thing. So,
Oh yeah, and let me say this, Dane, you a hoe and your mama
Whoa.
raised you to be a hoe. I just want you to know that. Don't ever come on my Twitter talking about shut the fuck up. You make me shut the fuck up, you bitch ass nigga.
Yikes.
I don't know. Listen, cause I cussed you out on Twitter, and they hid the visibility. So hopefully your faggot ass see this. You a bitch and your mama raised you to be a
Yikes.
bitch. She a bitch too.
Damn.
Your granny was a bitch too. It come down the line. It was genetically transferred down the line. Y'all nigga being
Damn.
bitches. Everybody over there, your daddy a hoe. Shit, that nigga probably wasn't around. That's probably why you act like a bitch. So fuck you and everything you talk about, hoe.
Just like Kanye said, it's always gonna be haters. That's the way it is. Hater, just marry hater and have hater kids. It's in his bloodline.
What do you say? What a boy say to you, bro?
You gonna come on my shit talking about shut the fuck up. Bitch ass nigga, you make me shut the fuck up. A nigga ain't never told me shut the fuck up in their life, nigga. If they did, I probably stabbed them.
Whoo.
Told you to shut up over what, bro?
Oh, because I was talking about the weak ass Eagles. Like,
Oh.
some niggas been spending so much time talking about, they gonna ride or die and protect their way of life of eating shit and being mediocre. Fuck them niggas over there. Man.
Which, yeah, because
It's real.
what trip me out, I know we finna get out of here. Like, and I'm being honest, bro. Philly winning the Super Bowl, they still little brother.
They got
And I
2
want
rings.
Capital Nation to really understand that, bro. Like, I respect them winning it. At the same time, never hold your head down because you the king of the East, Dallas. Only the Dallas Cowboys let people put expiration dates on they greatness.
Facts.
But when it's me, you ain't gonna owe me $1 and only give me 25% of what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have to give me my whole dollar.
They still can't even sit at the grown folk table.
That's
Washington over them.
Hell nah.
Washington still over them.
Washington still over them. So like, yeah, I mean, if anything, you finally start freeloading off the greatness of the East, to be honest. Because the East got the most Super Bowls by a lot now. It ain't even close. You know what I mean? So finally, y'all stop. But I said that to say because I be seeing too many Cowboy fans who be holding their head down to Philly. I be like, nah, I give them credit, but man, they ain't my master, and I ain't definitely finna be on their nuts. I'm more like Henny.
Like, yeah, what the fuck you niggas even be talking about? Y'all listen. I don't mind a little bit of banter and shit, but y'all niggas talk too reckless from a safe place, man. Y'all niggas don't even look niggas in the eyes and shit when y'all talk to them in person. So I need y'all whole ass niggas to remember you will get the shit slapped out.
This
of you in
is
real
why
life.
I don't play on Twitter. Because I would want to come to your address and address all the bullshit you've been talking about.
He said Dane who? Let me see what this goofy ass nigga name is. At Con Shy Dane. All this nigga shit is a Philly jersey. Like, come on now. You not even man enough to be on this motherfucker with your face out, bitch. You scared, nigga. You shy, nigga.
You said you shy.
Nigga.
Oh, shit.
Niggas?
A shy grown man
But
is
yeah.
crazy work.
Bashful ass nigga.
Could you imagine, like, shyness just go against everything that's supposed to be a grown man? Like, what's wrong with you, man?
Oh, shit.
You supposed to grew out of that, like, in the 2nd grade, nigga.
Yeah, you niggas crazy, man.
That boy bashful. That's crazy.
I don't want to be around people.
You ain't man enough to talk to girls yet, nigga. You still like girls, nigga. Like, you like this. You gotta ask the question. You like girls?
Well, yeah, this nigga 50 years old, still writing letters.
Circle, yes or no? Do you like me? Yes or no? Damn.
God, dog.
That's crazy.
That shit.
Could you imagine a shy grown man? Though? I think that's a oxymoron right though.
It gotta be some different shit at this point. You gotta have went through some shit. You gotta be suffering from like PTSD or something. Dog. You just can't.
My time I'm talking about he a shy grown man. Boy, your ass ain't shy. Your ass be on YouTube cussing like a mother.
The boys out there, man. The boys out there. Everybody ain't got that landlord and Hennessy bag, man. Y'all take y'all greatness for granted. Y'all
Hey,
boys,
man.
you feel me? Y'all,
Already.
everybody can't just walk up and just steal a room like my boy landlord. You feel me? Come out with them $800 locs on. You feel me?
All right.
Hmm.
Nah, but
Yeah.
nah, I just
But,
wanted to say, man, I appreciate you, my brothers. Y'all letting me on your platform impromptu like that.
oh, yeah.
Appreciate the work that y'all do. I really enjoyed it, man. I wish I could make it tonight, bro. I really do. I really do. But y'all make the next one. And this ain't really the one because we gonna probably focus on free agency on this one, and we gonna go heavy, heavy draft because it's gonna be the week one of free agency. Gonna be next week. It's gonna be out the way. So then we'll be, we'll see a lot of moves that's gonna happen this week starting tomorrow. So then we go start really seeing what the Cowboys doing.
I know you
So
got your time, man, but is it any way you can make it like 7 any day? 8 is kind of late for me, man. 8 kind of late. Because I don't want to be on there and be like, well, I got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see,
it,
landlord, this the thing. You can, bro, because you first of all, I let everybody know landlord only got about 20 minutes. So then what we'll do is we'll give you all the front end content since you got to bounce. You know what I mean?
okay. I might
Yeah,
be
but
able to pull something like that off, but
I'll see if we can move it to 7. I'll see if we can move. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? 7
Just
Central.
let me know, man. If it don't work for everybody else, that's cool. I just jump in and jump out.
That's a bet.
All right.
All right, so
Well, hey, I appreciate everybody, man. Let them folks know where they can catch you,
yeah,
boss.
man.
Don't just leave out. Let them know what your content
Yeah,
is.
it's Boss Cowboy Sports on all the platforms. So y'all make sure y'all follow me. And we gonna keep giving y'all this. And what we talking about in terms of this evening, we doing another DC universe, and that's Dallas Cowboy universe, and that's where basically all of us, as many of us, kind of come together when we can, and we connect all the channels. So it's gonna be everybody connected. You know what I'm saying? So all channels gonna be streaming at the same time. And it's more so for us to kind of combine our voices on ideas that we feel like is best for the Cowboys. So we kind of in a state of emergency right now where we really trying to push ideas of free agency because that's here. That's why we ain't gonna spend that much time talking about draft content today. It's more so about what's gonna make us better as free agency now. So y'all just stay tuned for stuff like that, and you'll get that if you follow all the channels: HTM, Landlord from Alabama with the Trap House, and Boss Cowboy Sports.
Already.
Indeed, man. And hey, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. On YouTube, man, it's going to be HTM Sports. It's going to be HTM Sports on Twitter, and it's Henny the Moore on Facebook.
Already. And I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all tap in for the win. Double tap the screen for the team. And we appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all make sure y'all hold it down.
Indeed, man. And hey, I know Wes ain't here, but in his word.